play with me, that's the only thing.
Man, what's good, YouTube? Y'all see the title of the video. Main thing we talking about is how to green your layups, and you're gonna need three things: your settings, your animations, and your timing. All three things are gonna be very essential when it comes to greening your layups, and we're gonna get into that and show you guys exactly what I mean and how we're gonna do this. So the main first thing we discussed was settings, right? You're gonna need to know exactly your shot time and release time. This affects when you let go of that square button or the analog stick, whichever one you prefer when you're doing your layups. Specifically me, I use very early, so a lot of my advice is gonna go off that. After you get your settings down, the main thing now, like I said, you want to look at is your animations, right? So for this example, I wanted to use Ja Morant, because Ja Morant, one, he's the layup package that I use for my MyPlayer, and he also has a lot of flashy layups. He does a lot of the jellies, a lot of the stuff that we like to emulate and want to do in a video game. So the reason why I also chose him here is because when I specifically say animations, what I mean is that you need to know exactly the animations of the players that you're kind of utilizing, because it's going to be very essential. If you're doing layups and you don't know what animation is going to come, it's going to throw you off completely, and you need to know what to expect. So for a guy like Ja Morant, this layup in particular, this is one that can trigger. He has a lot of different ones like the 360s, but this one I chose specifically because of the fact of the way that he angles his body and the way his arms are moving around. This is something that can easily throw somebody off. This is why it's essential for you guys to kind of understand what animations you're going to be using so that you know what's to come, so you're not really surprised by anything. So let's look at somebody even more simpler like D'Angelo Russell. The same concept comes into play. You got to know what animations you're going to be using, especially if you're going to be using simpler ones, because those ones are usually quicker than the more flashy animations. All right, so you need to know your animations, and then the next thing is what we discussed was timing. Timing is very essential, obviously, because that's the whole name of the game, right? We're talking about how to time your layups. The main thing you want to really look into when it comes to timing your layups, even when it comes to flashy ones, but specifically to the more simpler ones, is the arm extension. And here I show D'Angelo Russell doing a lot, basically a simple layup, but you make sure that you pay attention to the arm extension. So right here, if you see as he's going up, I'm trying to show you guys a different angle here, but as soon as I see this arm extension here, when he's doing this layup, I know this is when I need to let go of that stick or the square, depending on whichever one you use. It really doesn't matter, whichever one you're more comfortable with. You need to make sure you're really watching. Like when you're playing this, don't look at the defender, don't look at his body, don't look at the crossover move you just did, don't look at the shorty in the stands, don't look at anything else. Just look at your player, specifically in his arms, because that is going to always be the dead giveaway of when to let go of the stick or square button. Specifically, like I said, for me, I use very early timing, so that is always going to be my giveaway. Like it's always going to be the essential point for me to look at is the arms, because as soon as that arm flails out, I know that's when I need to let go of the actual stick or the square button. Now that you guys got an understanding of that, let's take a look into different types of layups with a different player. In this part, we're going to be looking at Steph Curry. With Steph, what we're going to be looking at is his Euro step, right? So I wanted to use this as an example to kind of further go through my point when we're talking about the actual arm extension. If you pay attention to his layup, and specifically with his Euro step, like I said, always watch the arms. Don't be too caught up with the play. Don't be too caught up with whatever move you did. Just make sure that you're paying strict and close attention to his arms. Because when he's going in here with it, he takes it around the back, and then if you're too busy getting all caught up with that, you're going to be distracted, right? You know what animation is to come because you studied the animations. You know it's Steph Curry, or you know it's his layup package. You know what his Euro step looks like, and when you get into it, right, you already going to expect that behind the back, and then it's going to lead right into the arm extension. And at this specific point is when you know to let go of that layup and let go of the stick to get that perfect timing on your layup there. So like I said, now you just want to basically take all those tips that I gave you and put them all together, and that is how you'll start to green a lot of your layups. And that'll even work with contested layups. When it comes to the contested ones, same thing that you really usually want to watch for is just the arm extension. You want to just make sure you're paying attention, knowing what layup package that you have, so you know how the animation is going to start. As soon as you see the arm extension, that's when you know to let it go. Know the timing. And like I said, everything that I basically stated to you guys is all based off very early timing. If your timing is on very late, or even a little bit, on late or early, anything else that's opposite of very early, it may be something different. You may need to tweak it a little bit or get your timing a little bit better, but go into the practice gym and just work on those few things. But make sure you got your settings, your animations, and your timing down. Those are the 3 essential things you're gonna need. So now we're gonna get into just some clips here I want to show off to you guys of me making a lot of different contested layups, greening them, just to show you guys what's possible, so we can get you guys out here doing the same thing. So hopefully this video helps you. These tips help. Any comments that you have, leave it in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe, and any questions you need, I'm gonna answer them. Enjoy the clips, and I'm gonna catch you guys again.